Okay, Measure Maps is just like Google Maps, except it'll let you mark your position with pins. So just a quick little preview in the top left, the three bars up there will let you switch your views, just like Google Maps. If you want to go satellite, you could. I don't like this though because it doesn't identify key locations and it doesn't show streets. So let's stay in the map view. And then also the gear icon, if you tap on that and scroll down, we want to be in standard metric units of meters and kilometers. So switch out of feet and miles and get into that metric one. All right. So like you can see, just like Google Maps, it'll actually GPS where you're at, which is kind of cool. It'll actually show me streets and unique locations, which is nice as well if we're doing a scavenger hunt. But you'll notice there's this little target feature, and then there's a little flag that follows it. This is basically where you can mark positions and make pins. So it doesn't have to start your GPS. I can always go to just an intersection here and mark a pin. And it does then give it a little flag with the number 1, and you'll see it labels the latitude and longitude. We're not too worried about that. What you'll notice is once I move away from this pin, it then all of a sudden gives me beneath the target a number, which it's a distance of 82 meters approximately. This is telling me basically how far I've walked from that first pin. What you can then do as well is you can add a direction, because knowing maps, if we go down, that's the south direction. So we're going to turn these into vectors by not only saying the distance you walk, but also which way. Okay? What's also nice is I can zoom out, and let's say I'm trying to go to the zoo. All right, for instance, I would then walk down to Fullerton, and it would let me know that, hey, if I was starting at the first pin, I need to walk about 806 meters south. So I need to add the south. So I can add that pin in, the second one, and then you'll see on the black line that connects them, it then keeps that data of it went about 806 meters, and then you would add in I went south. All right. What's cool is then I can again do another one, a third pin, and of course I'm going east right now, so then this would basically be saying I went about 208 meters east. Mark that pin, and you can keep this going for as many pins as you want. If you didn't like a pin, you see the option on the right that's an arrow, curved arrow to the left. You can always hit that, and that'll get rid of the previous pin if you made it in a bad spot. I liked it though, so I'm going to keep going with that. All right, and of course, you can always go slightly through some sidewalks or grassy areas if you want. It's not like you have to be right on with the buildings. Okay, so I can keep marking these pins. I'm going south again, and it went another 809 meters. You'll notice one thing at the bottom of the screen, it says total in yellow of 1.82 kilometers. That is just telling us the total length we've gone, distance without direction. We don't really want to use that too much because that's not helping us with direction. All right, so try to ignore that actually. That's kind of a bad thing. I want to show you one last thing though. If I zoom out, not too much, let's say I want to kind of go over to the Armitage stop over here. All right, you'll notice it's actually far enough that the units on my red number changed. It will actually automatically change if you go a far enough distance from meters to kilometers, which is fine. If I mark this pin, that's fine, 1.36 kilometers. When you go to do your math, though, for this activity, we've got to have the same units, either meters or kilometers. So I've got to convert one. So just to help you guys out, kilo means 1,000, no matter what it's being used for as a prefix, whether it's meters or grams. So what that means is there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So if I wanted to convert this 1.36 kilometers to meters, it would end up being 1,360 meters. Okay? Mark that pin, shows up on the screen, and I would then say again the direction is west, because the whole goal of this is to talk about vectors which have both magnitude and direction. So for displacement vectors, the magnitude is basically how far did you go? What's the distance? 1.36 kilometers for this one. What makes it a vector then is adding the direction. So I went 1.36 kilometers west, and that's why it's displacement now and not just distance, because I have a direction as well. All right. Hope this helps, guys. Hope you have fun with this.